Let me get it in so I can see the comments. Oh, part one. What kind of video? 36. Okay, we gotta get that number up. That's a terrible beginning. Alright, let's go to live. Boom. Hello all. Hello all. What's that say? Comments will appear here. Okay. Do. Hello. Boom. All right, everything's working. Here we go. Let's get this going. My buddy Bill and my buddy Mark are in a chat room. Terry's garage. He's setting up his garage. He's doing some kind of brake change or something, and now they're just getting into modifying. I have two skins of the same one. This one is a different one than this one. It was a little bit smaller. These are the Lingcod that I killed. This one is perfect. This is exactly how I want it, like leather. This one dried a little crunchier. So I left it in the same solution, same fish, same skin. This one smells like leather because I added, what did I add? I added this to this one. It shouldn't have made it crunchy though. I can still use it, still very suitable for using. This one is cool because you could see, when I shot this fish, I saw that it got bit by, now that's a mouth of probably a smaller shark, I would say. But that line right there it got bit before and it grew back together. These things are, I mean, look at the mouth right there. You can see the mouth. Now, if it was a seal, it would have had puncture holes here and here. So, something big bit this big fish, and it lived, and then it repaired itself. But this is the stuff that I really like, and this is what I'm going to be making the Air Force Ones out of when I learn how to sew. What I will do is I'll just take each piece off, measure it out, cut it out, glue it to this piece, right, that I just cut out, and, well, hello, I love fishing. How are you? That's my goal to do with these. I'm not going to start off with Air Force Ones. I have some Adidas, and they just have the little 3 stripes down them, right? They're all white, Beastie Boy style. And I'll just do training leather. Maybe a stripe of lobster leather, which I have, and then a stripe of, a stripe of the halibut, and a stripe of I'll do 3 different leathers. That's a great idea. Okay. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a fantastic day. Man, it's glorious out. If I could turn and you could see, it's about 65 out there. I did get some bad news. My boy died. My boy Rhett passed on. Young man. He went up to, I don't know. He's just a young dad too. He left behind a 2.5-year-old son. So thinking about that earlier, but it's tragic, man. Anyway, I'm not gonna dwell on it. It's just bummer. Life's short, boys and girls. Now that guy, Rhett was is probably 38, maybe 35, somewhere in there, and he was one of the guys that worked on the lobster boats that I go on, and he taught me so much about lobster diving when I was new. And he was young, dude. I mean, I'm talking 18 when I met him, probably. Maybe even younger. Anyway, fucking heart goes out to that dude. And his family. Not to him, to his family, to his young boy, 2.5. Great dad. He was separated. He was a single dad. From what I didn't know him on that level. I just would say hashtag great parenting. I knew what he was going through with the cat custody battle type things. And, when you first find out after you separate from somebody and then they want all this money for kids, and I'm spamming hard. Oh, thank you. I'm fishing. Anyway, so I put this stuff in it. This made it This one doesn't have that. I just hung this one. It's dried. It's perfect. It's exactly what I like. It's the same with the lobster skin right here. The lobster leather. Same thing. This is just beautiful quality. This is what I'm looking for. Just the softness, right? And this was in the same solution as that one. And this is, maybe I didn't leave it in as long. Maybe this one was, I didn't mark. I got two Lingcods in just a couple days. So let me hang on. So and then I got this one. This is a totally different fish. Same kind of fish, right? Let me bring it in here. And look at this. This thing is falling apart. It's like it has like leprosy, right? And it's dry. This one's still drying, but man, it just has holes in it. It's not the look that I was going for at all. This one I can cut like the strips out for the Adidas shoes. I'm pretty sure. I'm also eating bananas. Okay, man. Whatever you're doing, just do the best that you can do, Mr. or Mrs. Banana eating person. So I'm gonna string up. I do have about, let me get rid of this skin. Lobster skin. I do have a couple more. And I got some in here. There's no rocks in here. It's just spinning. That is the greenling that I killed a couple weeks ago. So I took that out of the solution. I could probably turn this off. It's been turning enough. And I'll wash that off. But these ones I'm just going to try drying out. I washed them off from the solution. And then I'll just... See, this one is already tearing. You can... I mean, look. I can tear this. So I don't want that one. Let's do a better one. I mean, this is beautiful. I don't want to ruin this skin, but look at this skin just kind of tears apart. That doesn't make sense. This one doesn't, right? I mean, it's just solid. None of that makes sense. I don't know. I must be doing something wrong. I'm just going to keep going at it until I figure it out, boys and girls. That's all I can say. Dang, you don't stop. No, man. Come on now. This is my new career. Hey, by the way, everybody, my website is up if you want quality clothing at a reasonable price. I don't even know if it's reasonable. But if you want to check out my website, it's cwolf13.net. It's secure. My wife's in control of it now. So if you want to order something, go ahead. Feel free to grab something. When it's out, I have 5 of every size. Once, except for the big sizes. Sorry, guys. Once that is done, I will reorder. She's going to reorder. And we're going to do different things. I'm going to get joggers. Instead of the sweatsuits like the old school like I have now, I'm going to get the more jogger styles those are comfortable. They gave me a whole bunch of samples and I like them. And I'm like, hey, how come we didn't do these? And they're like, hey, calm down, Kimosabi. I said, okay. So, anyway, just glorious. The website is up and it's running. It's beautiful pictures. There's no hurt and just go look at it and give me your honest opinion. I'm new to the website thing, so is my wife. Give me the critical feedback. If you want to be a smart ass, okay, but point it towards me. We're just starting out in this internet world, and I'm excited. It's just another way that I can fulfill my dream of living in Alaska for 3 months, and then from Alaska for 3 months, and then I come back home, and then I live, and every month I'm going to go get a 200+ pound halibut. So I can come back with 600 pounds of halibut. Maybe it'll be spearfished, maybe it'll be caught rod and reel. I definitely am going to get on the salmon up there. We don't have salmon in California anymore. So what's up, Wesley? How you doing, brother? Bill is in a chat room with our other friend Mark. If you want to join them, just text Bill. I couldn't handle they're doing garage stuff. Terry's garage. He's out in his garage, and I think it was 15 degrees. I got a nice. I mean, there's natural light coming in, but it's like 65 here, just perfect. I am gonna go try that younger beer tonight after my show. So I won't be drinking heavily on my show because that beer is at 10%? 10%, the younger. So, is this going to... See, I don't want it to rip. I'll just put it on gently. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put these pins in here. Then we're going to put it up on the old pulling rack. Now, what I did is with 100% sustainability is people paid me to throw their pool furniture away. Well, I just took off the straps, and then you'll see. Hang in there if you want to watch. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I really think I got to do SMT. I don't know what that means, but okay. You go do your SMT. Kids in their language. Go be the best at SMT that you can be. That's all. Yeah. So my plan, Matt, if you're still here, yeah, you are. Okay. How much for an LB lobster can you mount on rocks to make it look cool? Like, let me ask you, Matt, since you're watching, let me turn it around. God, I hope I don't break the internet down. I don't have any on rocks. I mean, I have plenty of examples, but this is the closest one I have. Can you see this? Turn on the night light. Can you see? You can't see that. Hang on. Let me go up. So this one right here I made for my niece, and it scared the fuck out of her. See the nightlight? I thought that would be cool. So this one was coming out of a cave. I don't have the tail on it. It's a nice 8-pounder. This was like 10 years ago, so it kept up its color. I need to pull them out in epoxy these, because I used to just spray paint those ones. So, let me turn it back around and get back to our show. Okay. If you're asking how much I charge, you know what? It's all over the place. Since I know you, I'll give you a great deal. I'll give you the bro price because I like you. But that doesn't mean I got to give everybody the bro price because I like them. I know Matt. I don't know Matt, but Matt's one of the ones that comments and watches my show and shares me. He doesn't share me out, but I think I'm Matt's dirty little secret. I think I'm a lot of your guys' dirty little secret. So instead of being your dirty little secret, let Uncle Brent here, or Grandpa Brent, become famous. Share me out. That's all. And Matt, we'll talk. Just private message me. I will tell you, the average one, when I got it done 10 years ago, was my first big lobster. Was, God, it cost me $850, and I didn't get it back for almost a year. As you can see, we did Kent's. It's still here. I never took it to his house. Shame on me. Now, this was my bro that was on the lobster opener, right? These markings on here are so cool because if you watch the video, it's the last YouTube video that I made. It's on YouTube. It's a full one. It only has 36 views. I don't care. I'm doing a 1, 2, 3-part series on Instagram and Facebook. And even on YouTube, because that's what people want to watch, something on their phone. They don't want the big one anymore. So this one turned out perfect. This was a 12-pounder, and it comes with this for his wife. The fins, it's a male, and those are the fins that were underneath it. I made nice little earrings for his wife. So something like that to the average person. I'm thinking like $850 without the shipping and handling. But if you're a bro, and I'm at the beginning, right? I'd probably do it. You could probably get me to do it for $500. Now, if you want the meat taken out of it and sausaged up, they charge. So if you had a 15 pounds of meat, right? And I take it down and they get it all grind up, it'd probably be 10 pounds on a 15 pound. And then I'll bring back the sausages. I think it's what do they charge? $4.50 a pound. Or I could just vacuum seal it, freeze it because it's whole still. I invented that. And I think it's legal to do that because you could have them whole in your freezer. You just can't have parts. So I can't have the tail, How do I get it to you? Well, if it's ready to go now, I will be down there for the PCS show. I'd have to come down. Slay Day Ryan ordered 4 of the necklace for his event. I don't know if you're involved in any of those. It's in Long Beach area. Slay Day, look them up on the Insta or Facebook. King of the Harbor, that's what it's called, King of the Harbor. So I will be down there in the next couple weeks a couple times. And then also, my nephew lives in San Diego, and he's the one that made these shoes. If it's possible, now that I have these, I want to go see if he can make these in a weekend with Lingcod leather and lobster leather. If he can't, I'll drive all the way down to San Diego, and then I'll make my way back there. I have 2 in San Diego that I'm supposed to pick up. Isn't that crow? So yeah, I mean, I come down to Southern California all the time. Trying to ship these things and then coming back, I have to bring it back, unless you want to build it yourself type thing. And then I'll just put everything in a box and show you how to do it. I'm going to send one to my friend Austin like that, because he built Legos once. And he says he thinks he can do it. And I said, okay. Because if you try shipping them with their antenna, they'll break. Now, at your house, you have to put them up high or put them in a protective thing. People cannot not touch them. Half these ones have broken antennas because I'm a professional and I break them all the time, waving my hands around like I just don't care. Lobster leather. You got to grab lobsters right before they molt. And look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that. Here's the tail. Here's the tail. So this one turned out perfect. I think I'm going to put this on the back of like my jacket or something. Just put it on the back of a jacket. I got the legs and everything. I got everything from that. I also have a 12-pounder, Matt. Check this out. It's still on the drying process. I'm trying to figure out the drying of this leather so it's not crunchy like this, right? So, 1 minute. Let me get to the lobster part. Whoa! Got a lot going on here. Set that down. And look at, this is a nice 12-pound lobster that was molting that I have in the drying process, and then another smaller tail. So lobster leather is a thing. I invented it, of course. Well, I didn't invent it. All I know is last year, when I came back from a trip and I had 21 lobsters, right? And I'm processing them all. One started molting. It was alive and it was molting, and that's where I came up with the idea, not the gaping asshole yet, but I came up with the idea about the lobster leather on the shoes. And sure enough, my nephew took a college thing and a college thing about making shoes. It's a big fetish for kids. I didn't know. Not a fetish, just in my day, if you made success, you had a Rolex watch, right? The kids today, they buy shoes for $15,000 if they're original. Now that's a one-on-one with a gaping asshole. Never seen that on any of your shows, kids. And I'm getting a lot of traction from the lobster sausage guy. He said you made one of his cronies said, hey, you mentioned 30 times and your lobster sucks because they watched mine. Thank you for watching, number one. Number two, Max, if that's you, let's talk, bro. You're an internet sensation. You're what I want to be. You have 1.9 million followers. All I'm saying is you copied my shit a month after I came up with the lobster leather, the lobster sausages. I'm not an aggressive dude. I told you in a private message that, hey, I'm proud of you. Yours was professional. Mine, it's just a guy that goes down and gets it and came up with the idea. Just give me the respect, Max, that knowing that I came up with that instead of saying he's not a copycat. I don't care if he's a copycat or not. I know he is. There was not one thing on the internet about lobster sausages. Now, Max comes up and he pulls out this meat machine. I already had the boys at Corralitos Market do it. Come on. I am making original content, right? I don't have to get a successful video every time. Trust me. I shoot fish in the head for a living, and great whites come try taking them from me, and seals. You don't think that's entertaining? You don't think that's original? So, you that called me a coward, you zigzagger, we know who you are, fucking kids of mine. They won't talk to me for 3 years, but sure, they'll throw out the coward thing and sit behind a keyboard. Emily, bitch, move. Don't be like your mom. Or if you want to come explain what a terrible dad I was, come on my show, little girl. I know you're afraid of me because I'm a violent man, so how can I get to you through the TV screen? It's a bunch of fucking kids today. They're just, kids are just, I don't know. Good luck, kids. Good luck, Max. Max, if that's you commenting, just contact me directly. Because I'd like to learn from you how to make videos, if that's okay. I will give you all the props in the world. I said your video of making a lobster sausage was better than mine. Here's the problem, Max, and this is the God's honest truth, is, hang on, Matt. Let me see what Matt's saying. Any boneless brown trout? You know what? I will tell you. I love Lingcod and Capizon. Here's why. They don't have any scales. Now, I do have in here the green ling. Beautiful blue spots, right? That would be more like a trout, I would imagine. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. I know you guys, a lot of you met me through the fishing, Dave's Hanson's Fishing Guide. I don't know how to fish. I think it drives Dave nuts because I don't know how to fish. I don't care about fishing. What I do is I get in the ocean and I shoot things. And I don't have to shoot anything every time I dive. But here's what I do like to do. I do like to take it to the next thing. And for over the years, I've always got yelled at because I was just dominating the ocean and taking 21 lobsters, 7 a day on a trip, right? And then even Dave is like, why do you guys throw them back over? Here's why I would throw them back over. Because once you have 7 a day, you can't give them to your friends, right? And especially if you're on the social media saying how great you are and going live on the boats. They pay me to go on those boats, right? Because I attract a lot of my buddies that want to dive with me because I'm entertaining as fuck. You think this is entertaining? Do a trip with me if you're a diver. And trust me, they cost money. Don't yell at me. You have to pay, I don't. Because here's why. There's an entertainment value with me. And when there's an entertainment value, you have to respect that. Because if you load up the boat, all these boats, since there was a fire, the diving for lobster has gone away. Diving boats, sure, they got some. The pieces were out there just struggling and going along. What's up, Martin? Martin, I'm over here on YouTube. If you want to join me, I can see your comments a lot better. But other than that, just hang out, buddy. Do what you need to do. I am trying to figure out this leather. I have the Lingcod. This one's crunchy. Still very... Now, this smells like leather because I use this, okay? The one that's on the drying rack is kind of deteriorating, but there's some good parts to the leather. This is the one that I first did, and it is just like this lobster. It turned out perfect. So if I can get all my species, it's a learning curve. I don't know anything about leather. I got samples out there to guys in leather groups off Facebook. They know what they're doing. They know how to craft leather. They make holsters for guns. They make they make everything in its top quality. So, can I be the best at making leather products? Absolutely. Do I want to? I don't have enough time. I still got to go hunt. You got to understand, they're going to take this Lingcod away from us. They're going to take everything away from us. They're going to make it illegal to have leather at some point, the way the world's going. Maybe not now. Maybe not now that our new friend Trump is here. And TikTok people, let me just explain to you guys. Quit yelling at me, man. I will say this to you, and I want. How you doing, Martin? I will say this to you. I told anybody and everybody over on TikTok, because it's a ghost yard. Now, here's the thing. If you delete it, I deleted it off my phone. So, how I used to try to figure out how I can get my numbers up in live, I can't. They're going to cap me off. That's just what they do. They kick my friends out that were asking too many questions, and that's the truth. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. It's just what it is. I take a video and I put it up on YouTube, and it's doing really good, they'll shelf it. And then I believe they sell them to other people, right? I don't know, just so they don't give me my money. Now, my money is 1 cent per 1,000 views, okay? So you're not going to blow it up that way. But what I will do is meet people like Matt, meet people, and then now I have a lobster that I didn't have to catch, and now he can watch the process just like you watched me do a full video on YouTube. Go, my last video, it's only 3 minutes long. You guys are going to get the 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute series of it. It's going to be a 3-part series over 3 days. You can watch it right now, full length. Guilty by association. So, like I said, Matt, if you really want that, I can't guarantee your lobster will turn out. I don't know. I now know when they start cracking. Kent started cracking. You can watch the video. You can see me gluing it. I lost my buddies, Trent's. As a matter of fact, Trent's not here right now. I call him Red Baron. But he was the first person to purchase a full outfit. He's got the hat, the hoodie, and the sweats. And we're going to mail them off to his house. You buy over $75, no shipping and handling. Okay? That was my wife's idea, and it's a great idea. I don't know how much shipping and handling is, so I might be saying that, and sculpin leather would be cool. And here's the thing, Matt, and this is God's honest truth. There's so many fish that I don't shoot that are beautiful that now I want to shoot. I want to know the recipes for them. I want to know what they taste like. I want to know what an electric ray tastes like. People get them and they say they're delicious. They stamp them and they sell them as scallops. Bat rays, right? Can you imagine bat ray leather? Now, I can't sell it. I can't trade it. I don't give a fuck about that. I can turn it into beautiful art, which makes me mentally healthy when my kids aren't talking to me for 3 years. Except for they'll comment on a video calling me a coward because I'm talking about my kids. Well, that's because you're sucking the tit of your narcissistic mother, kids. It gets worse for you because I'm not the narcissist. What's a unicorn mean? What is that? A goat? I'm the goat. Thank you. Greatest of all time. Some kid called me that in the parking lot after he went diving with me. I'm like, a goat? Okay, I mean, I should punch you for calling me a goat. But no. He's like, no. Goat. Greatest of all time. I'm like, goddamn, your dad's standing right there. Your dad's the greatest of all time. Not me, but thank you. Ah, what a great kid. Anyway, the tail is always the toughest right here. So I feel this is the strongest leather. It's always in the tail. Halibut, same thing. And I have halibut leather. See all that up there above the necks, my sponsor? Next and go up, you'll see sheets. Those are 43 halibut that are white. And then we also have 43 halibut that are gray underneath it. So I got halibut skin like you've never seen, right? I just didn't know how to perfect it into this. This is what I'm going for. I want it to be, when it's dry, and this one's dry, I want it to be soft, not crunchy. Not like this one. This one I can do art projects with. I still can, right? And then I can even epoxy it after I get it on here and make it look wet. That's epoxy. That's what gives it that shine. Shine your shoes, boys. Okay. I'm going to have to probably hammer something through here. Oh, got it. Never mind. All right. I think we're ready to start hanging this thing. So what I do, I will move my table sideways for you so you guys can watch the process. This is just my own way. I made it up. I saw this at a pool. A company paid me to go in and remove the pool furniture, and then they wanted me to go to Costco and get them a whole new, brand new set. I was supposed to just take these to the dump. I get paid to take it to the dump, right? And I looked at them and I said, just because they had the little slats that were all sun weathered, right? So half the little plastic, they would sit on them and their butt would go through if you're a little bit heavier, blah, blah, blah. It's a little embarrassing. You're out there in a bikini and you fall through. The kids are looking at you. Anyway, you are a true goat. Thank you. I got a whole bunch of goats now. Lobster leather gun holster. How great would that be? So, Matt, since I joined those groups, I tell guys right off the bat, just like I tell people, I don't know how to fish, guys. I'm sorry. You can take your kids out fishing, and I can go, and on my dives during a certain time of year, I can come back with my limits. There's only 2 up here, 5 down there. I can go shoot a 30-pound halibut. I don't know if it's legal. Throw it on your kid's fishing line. It's already dead. I don't want to bring it up. That's when the whites are going to fuck with you, right? They don't fuck with you on the bottom. They just come up, look at you, and then leave. Baseball bat. A baseball hat for Lisa. Absolutely. So here's my idea with my hats, Matt, since we're there. And I'm going to have them on my website. I saw the Chinese like TikTok things and Instagram, and you can do your brand, right? So I got the Seawolf brand. I can brand it into this leather. Maybe this leather that's crunchy, right? I cut it out perfectly on a hat. I even have a prototype. Hang on, Matt. Fuck. Now we're talking, people. So could you imagine this being lobster leather, okay? So just think of this square, but it's real lobster leather. And then I've taken a brand, and I'll do it for you right here. Sure, they're going to have to be a little bit more expensive than the average hat. You know what I'm saying? Do me a favor. Keep them away from your dogs. They will eat them, epoxied or not. This is just facts. Now, I'm also into the fish art. You can't deny I'm a fish art person, but the fish art people think I'm too much of a bully, and they don't like to see killing. I don't know. I thought they were... I'm an artist. You can't kick me out of the art world. You can't have certain restrictions, kids, on this guy can do it and that guy can't. Because I'll look at that and laugh. For you Max over there on Instagram and probably whatever other social media, and you're making comments but you won't comment to my face. Max, answer my message. I said you're better than me at videos. Or making them. You're a goddamn beast if you have 1.9 million followers. Let's collaborate, homie. I want your followers that want to follow me. I want to give you mine, which is, what are we at now? 6 people watching? I don't know, 500 views after this is going to be done. If I do it on the other program where you get to watch my scuba dive, only 15 views. Don't worry about those views, kids, if you're going to try doing this. You have to have content. And I have content. I have 20 years of content that I haven't even touched yet. Do you know how many fish I've killed in my lifetime? Now, I didn't go sustainability yet. That was only in the last couple years because I knew that word was a big word. There's guys over in Australia that are huger than anybody else. Sustainability, sustainability, that's all they preach. Okay, they ain't doing this. This is sustainability right here. This is leather, boys and girls. This is a fleshy thing that I killed. I scooped out the meat. I gave the meat away because you cannot have meat in your freezer if it doesn't have fish skin on it. That's just the facts. If you killed it yourself. If you bought it from the store, it's a different fucking thing. So, those are just facts. I don't want the game wardens coming here. And why would they come here? Not because of them. Because of the higher up people. You know, the people that let everybody's house burnt down. Yeah. The people that ran Moss Landing and did the lithium batteries. Oh, here goes my numbers. It'll drop down to nothing. I'm in YouTube prison right now. Because I said Moss Landing. Because I don't even know what the fish are going to be like this summer. They're already today in high in metal. The fields out here. This is Central Valley, man. We got strawberries that feed the world. We got millions and millions of acreages of it. The capital, not asparagus. What's that other one? The ball on top. It starts with an A, I think. I love them. It doesn't matter. Hang on, it does matter. Anyway, the fields are all going to be flooded with this metal. People were tasting plastic. Not one word is being said about this biggest lithium fire ever. Well, you watch Dave Hansen's show next Wednesday? Because Bill Varney's going to be on there. I'm taking my boat. I'm going to sit 10 feet from there. They can't. They can patrol everywhere else and say no pictures. They can't take away my freedoms. Now, are the wardens going to come up to me? Maybe. We're going to be live. What am I doing? I'm just sitting out there on my boat, enjoying the day, being healthy, not fishing. I'm not going to have my dive stuff. I don't even know if I could get in the water. It's all contaminated now. I am going to go to Sacramento. Man, luckily I have flexibility like that because it was supposed to be here, but now they're saying, oh, it's like when I would go to court to get divorced, right? I had to go, and my ex didn't want to divorce me, so I had to do a trial, right? After 5 years, okay? You figure out trying to divorce a narcissist and what their fucking brains, right? So I would go, and because we'd go to mediation and we couldn't agree, which if I didn't go her route, we wouldn't agree, right? Fuck. What the judge would do is sit there and put me last on the docket. Have to show up at 8:15, right? Check in. You watch everybody that knows how to get divorced go through, and everybody's very simple. And then you got the problem people. And then he makes you wait as you're paying your lawyer $250 an hour to do crossword puzzles. He bought me lunch once. He goes, I got this. I said, what do you mean you got this? I mean, let's just figure out nice guy. Listen, you're buying me lunch? Okay, it's a write-off for you, number one. Number two, I just paid you 8 hours at $250. That's what happens, kids. So try to get a divorce. Try to do it right. Artichoke. Thank you. God damn, I can't even see that, but thank you, Rick. Artichokes. Rick knows. Rick's from this area, or he's in the valley. Everything has metal in it now. They don't even know yet what has happened. These rains, the runoff. I was down there taking pictures. You got otters out there. We got fucking the egrets. I think that's what Dave called them today when I called in the show. The egrets, the big white birds. Beautiful. We got sanctuaries out here that have been touched, and don't even look at the animals out there the wrong way. Okay, well you just killed them all if you ask me. We don't know. It might be like Chernobyl. Nobody knows. I don't know if I'm going to go down and look at a halibut that might have 3 eyeballs on it. That's going to be fun. Maybe it'll do like just a massive killing of the protected seals. That would be fun. But if it kills the seals, it's going to kill the otters. It's going to kill every other thing, right? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But it's life, and we were going for this green energy, and what was that? Another whale popped up on the shore on the East Coast because of their shutting down all our coastline so they can have this energy that doesn't even work. All the cars are not doing electric cars. So if you buy yourself an electric car, just know what you're buying. You're buying a fart in the wind, a dream. And if you want that dream, take that dream. Give me the right to have a diesel truck to pull my boats. A diesel truck. So CDF can get to your house in a fire. They ain't doing electric batteries up there. There's no place to plug in. Airplane fuel. It's what we were built on, and we're just going to change it because China has lithium. Damn. So if I go on your show last night on, what was that? Somebody made a video of me like rich white 1% of people. Listen, I'm glad you think all of us are rich and white. I had great businesses. I've worked my ass off. I was a trashman was my favorite job. That was before it was automated. Diesel trucks. I don't know how you do an electric trash truck. I'm sure Biden had a great plan. I see the buses. They paint them all green bumpers. Remember she would get on the one you guys wanted? Camel toe? Remember the wheels on the bus go round and round? That's who you wanted. Now listen, if you're part of the ABC people, I got your back. Doesn't mean I'm gay. Just means I wouldn't let anybody pick on anybody else. I'm not that person. Am I a bully? Sure, I was a bully. It was be bullied or get bullied in my day. Now I'm older. Jesus. Go live your life. We turned it down on our kids, and now they won't even leave the house. They don't even want a driver's license. These are facts. They'll go through the college that you put them through, and then they're going to come home and play video games at your house. And you're going to like, well, what's going on here? Oh. And then they're going to tell you their politics. Oh, well, you're smart. You went to college. Okay. Nah. Drink the Kool-Aid or don't. 90% of us, and this is what I say when I go on anybody's show, especially on TikTok. It's a graveyard over there. By the way, here's how they're getting around the TikTok. They gave it back because it's on my iPad. I deleted it from my phone, and you cannot get it. Try it. You don't believe me? Don't delete it. Just try it on somebody that gets a brand new phone or a brand new iPad. You're not going to be able to download the TikTok app. Maybe that'll change. I don't know. I don't care. TikTok was a bunch of people that made it, and now they're just begging for viewers. And this one gay guy that I went on, right? I used to go on just to watch. How did they have that many people watching, right? How do you get somebody like 1,200 people watching? And it's not because you're gay and you're so fantastic, a fantastic gay person. They promoted it. Social media, up until Trump, promoted it. Now everything has changed, right? Now I get a chance. I got 4 years to give them my best. And then if it goes back the other way, at least I had, and this is all I'm asking for you ABC people and everybody else. We're all the same. Nobody's special. Nobody gets to cut lines. And if anybody's special, I am. I have dyslexia and I have ADHD. So this is a no problem, me going live and me doing my businesses and coming home. It's healthy for me. I'm creating shit that nobody's ever seen before. That's what they say with content. This is a no. The only thing that's going to hold me up is if something happens to me. And what I mean by that is my good friend Rhett died today, or last night. Young man, 2.5-year-old son, and just 2 days ago he was in the gym with his son, and his son was lifting barbells while he was working out. And I just said hashtag great dad, or great parenting. And find the news, he's gone. Fuck. Kids, you don't know when you're going to leave. Adults, you don't know when you're going to leave. So, Emily and Weston, you don't know when your pops is going to leave. Luckily for you, I've decided to put myself out there, and you can watch me for the rest of your life. I didn't get that with my dad. Just unanswered questions. Emily, I know you've said on your things, and I know it's hard for me when I beat up on you. But I'm a dad, and I'm teaching you a lesson. Don't fuck with me. Don't come on my show and call me a coward and then get off. Right? By some magical ghost account. Right? You want to do this, Emily? I saw your videos. You were begging people to watch your podcast. You have to have comments on you. You have to have thick skin. Don't worry, I've been through everything in life. Nothing anybody can say to me is going to fucking make me mental. I've already lost my kids. They vowed never to talk to me ever again. I'm the problem. Yet they can't point it out. Only their mom said I was. The lady I didn't want to be with. Lady, it took me 5 years to get divorced. I had to go to a trial. And I didn't want anything. I had money. I don't give a fuck. I wanted a relationship with my kids. Got it? My daughter decided to live with me for her high school years. That made her mom twice as mad. Then she goes away to college. I thought everybody knew me and my daughter. Like, how do we get a relationship like that? And I said, hey, don't you worry. Treat them like a dad. You can't be nice to them all the time. They're kids. Tough lessons to learn, kids. But, never mind. We're still moving on. Let's keep going with this. Let's see. Let's turn this so you guys can see the process. The process. Man, when I hear see the process, that's therapy words, and it drives me nuts sometimes. But let me just move my computer, and then I can scoot this elsewhere. Give me a minute. We're just breaking down the studio for you. I want to be able to read comments, so let's not lose connection there. Okay, I lost the power connection. Not a big deal. It's an older computer. It'll suck the battery down, but don't you worry. I'm getting a new computer. I'm reinvesting in my new business, and my new business is a social media business. Like I said, you can go check out my website, throw some support, and you get some beautiful clothing. It's only going to get better for you ladies. I guarantee there'll be Lululemons out there. So if you're like a Lisa, right? You still like the style, but you still go out and fish and hunt. I gotcha. Now, does it have to be Lululemon? I prefer not. It brings down the pricing, right? Stay normal. Anyway, it's a brand is what the kids call it. The kids. Alright, so what I like doing here is I start with these two, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll take this, I've already pre-pinned it up, right? The tail is the thickest, so this can be stretched the most, right? And then this part, I don't know. It's all, this is all new to me, this skin stuff. So I don't want to put too much pressure on it. But as you get up here, it starts getting a little bit less. So what I want to do is I want to dry it completely on this rack. And we'll see if it has this texture or if it turns out like this. Either way, it doesn't matter because I can make leather products with it. I have real leather people, right? Is it cheating? Sure. I went right to the leather groups. I'm like, hey, leatherheads. I didn't call them leatherheads, but that's what I call them in my brain. I said, hey, listen. You guys worked with leather your whole life. You had dads that showed you this. You have bros that showed you this. And you guys are making holsters like I've never seen. Knife holsters. The pew-pew. I don't even think you're allowed to say the G-U-N word. Otherwise, they put you in a different classification. So I'm trying to learn those rules, and they're the dumbest rules out there, right? Because we're Americans. We have a right to have the pew-pews. Now, I'm in California. You better not have a pew-pew in California. You better be a Nerf gun, my guys. And if you do not run your mouth. The cops watch your videos. Same with the game wardens. They can see the serial number on the gun. They got the computers that can zoom in on it. And then now they got your IP address. Jesus, it's making it easy for you kids to come arrest you and take away your guns. Smarten up, kids. If you're gonna go that lifestyle, be smart about it. Because this whole social media it's a wild, wild west. Nobody knows. Technology's out there. The other side, whichever way you look, police, regular people, criminals. I'm friends with all of them. I got buddies that work for Oakland PD that come diving with me to spike their adrenaline rush. Yeah, seen a great white shark, no cage, shooting a fish, and it wants it. Stops and then looks at you and then goes off, and now you got to go up to your boat. What if you're a quarter mile away from your boat and now you got to do this surface swim with, let's just say you were lucky and you got yourself, like I do every time, 2 30-pound halibut. That's 60 pounds of bleeding out fish that they used to eat when they were juveniles. That's not the time to mess around on the surface. I tell everybody on my dive boat, some guys come up and they just are having the biggest bromance underwater and they're just talking, high-fiving each other. I'm like, get on the boat and then we'll do that, right? Let's get back, get the boat on the trailer, go to the restaurant that has a cocktail, and then talk about your achievements. Let's not do it down there. Anyway, let's get this thing going. So now I'm going to go for the lower section. You don't want to put too much pressure on it. So let me just show you how I do this. Maybe I could turn it sideways. How is this going to work? I need my chair because I'm old. Okay. Oh, let's not just grab. These things just get stuck together. So I just went to Home Depot and got the smaller bungee cords if you're following at home. And look at the beautiful back on this, man. Don't worry. I know I got to sell out of all of the ones I have. It'll say sold out when they're sold out at that size. And then I'm ordering the next ones. We'll have halibut or lingcod, or we're going to get into the design. My wife's going to be able to design stuff now. So it's a win-win. It's just a win-win, and that's where you make your money, kids. Merchandising. Everybody says it. Get yourself a brand, get yourself a name, and then go to the merchandising. So, a friend of my brother's was in prison guard assigned to Manson. Yes. So I was fortunate enough to have my uncle T. If you follow me, you know I've blown him up all over the world. I dump his ashes everywhere. There he is right there. I need to go refill that. His ashes are up at my niece's house. And she's right above Sacramento, so I'm going to go up there this week because I'm going to go be the representative for the meeting. Now, I will keep my mouth shut. I know I'm a hothead and I know I cuss. I'm going to wear, here's what I'm going to wear. I even have my outfit. I'll definitely have my beautiful shoes on. Okay? Got to understand I'm going to be in Sacramento with these. Now, Dave said he had underwear. This was the closest thing that he had to underwear. So I'll be rocking the Saltwater Guide shorts, right? Fuck yeah, with my tatted legs. Okay? And then I believe Matt on his show today said you should wear like a bow tie. Could you imagine a bow tie out of this, Matt? Like a bow tie. Fucking A. Honestly, I think I should have the tattoo exposed. So maybe I'll do... I don't know. I mean, I'm in court, so the times I've been in court, it's been for A, divorce, or B, charges, and you try to dress up and make yourself not look so aggressive. Now, because I'm bald, it's follically challenged, it's not a statement, stop it. And because I'm all tatted up. I've already walked into the liberal judges and the liberal system looking at me. Like, yeah, you're guilty. Guilty as charged. Next case. Okay. And I live in liberal Cuckooville. I live in Santa Cruz is where I'd go to court. I'm just telling you, it's different when you live elsewhere. Where I live, those are the people that are going to control what is going to happen to you in your life. So maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you had road rage and somebody started and thought they were cool, like on the internet, and then they pulled out a gun or gave you the finger. I can't say gun. Pulled out a pew-pew and gave you the finger. And maybe you're mental enough to just follow them and then pull them out of their car because now it was a bluff. Now, it's a tough lesson to learn if it's a bluff because now you're out of the car and you don't have your pew-pew because you're in California. I don't know. Maybe not. You can get them expunged when you're older and you have money. Okay? And it's not because you're 1%. If you're watching those people that think people are 1%. The 1% is so small that it was... I got a message. I can't check my messages, Matt. I will look at my message. I have I got my phone here for Facebook. I got this iPad for Instagram, and then I can see messages over here. Be a good boy. I'm going to be a good boy up there. I promise. Listen, I've ran 3 businesses. I know how to talk to people. I can even cover up I'm not going to cover them up, but if I went to court and it was a charge, I would have my wife put makeup on those. It's all about presentation, right? Now, if I had hair, I'd have a mullet. But I don't know what you do to court. I think you just flip it up and you can't wear a hat in court. Otherwise, it's disrespectful. So, I don't know. I just don't want to go to court anymore. But I am going to go to this meeting. I'm going to go to the state capitol. I'm going to walk in with this on. Everybody loves this, right? I'll even do 2 chains. I'm not going to pull it out into my safe. So, but yeah, I'll do my 2 chains. And the other one has a halibut fin. But I might even switch it up to a lobster fin. On there. So, anyway, let me keep going with this. Alright, so I normally go from here, and then I go here, and then I just start connecting it because I want it to be tight, but I don't want it to be too stretchy. So we'll try 2 of the harder ones and see where we're at. This is perfect. That's the stretch you want. Now you should wear eyeglass here, I'm just saying. Because this, sometimes, even in the drying, you'll hear this ping! And that's all that pressure. Just wear glasses, kids. Or don't. I don't care. Take your eyeballs out. Alright, let's see here. And this side should go right here perfectly. That's exactly what I want. Now, I just go like this. How I came up with this, I don't know. I didn't go on YouTube. I saw guys in Alaska, and there was this guy on some Discovery Channel that's what they did, and he got furs, Marty the fur guy. And then there was an older guy that lived in Colorado, and he got beaver skins. And what he would do is take the brain and rub it on there. The brain is perfect for doing the skin. But now Justin told me, because I said, hey, can I have some of your deer brain? He goes, oh, that's highly illegal to bring back. And I don't know what brain. What? I don't know. I don't ask questions. If it's illegal, don't do it. But so what I do here is I just start doing each side and work my way up. You don't want too much pressure. So I'll come back to this side. This one was a little bit skinnier than the last one. But now we got nice tension. This is not enough tension right here. So what I'm going to do here is I'll just double up on that and go like that. You want to have nice pressure, tension in the drying out process. So we'll just work our way up this way. I'll tell you what, I think I would have gotten a good grade from my teachers. I think they're all dead now. God, I was a terrible kid in school though. Oh man. Alright, let's see here. And then we'll do one on this side. These ones have less tension. They're more stretchy. So where are all my... I don't know where I put them. Give me a minute. Here they are. In the basket below. Alrighty. Let me check comments. Like I said, if you found this and you find this interesting, please share me out. Please follow. Please subscribe. Go check out my last video. My last video was one of my best videos. It's what I'm going to start doing. Because the catch, cook, clean has already been done. Right? One of the guys I watch is the Deer Meat for Dinner, Rob. I don't know if you've seen him. He's pretty famous. He's been doing it on YouTube forever. That's already been done. But what if you do cook or catch, cook, clean, and then taxidermy? And then whatever you do with the meat, I give it away. 900 pounds of halibut last year. I can't eat it. Now I can make a badass. You're absolutely right. So I've studied him for years, right? Before him was Blue Gabe. I watched his brother. His brother took off. I even watched his brother talk about becoming famous and how much they're going to pay you. They will give me a handler which was somebody that like me needs a handler. I don't know what to say and what not. He says you have to get to a level and I'm not there. And then they'll give you a handler. And then you won't say G-U-N. You'll say pew pew or it's just weird. That's a weird rule to me. I will follow the rules. I just need a handler. And they're not going to give me a handler unless I prove myself by numbers. And my numbers are crushing it. Now, they're not crushing it with 36 views on my last video. You're absolutely right. You watch. I'll be very honest and upfront with you about my 3-part series on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok now. Because I have my pad. It's just disgusting over there, though. They're all those people that had the hugest numbers. And now they're just standing on treadmills from China. Anything China wants them to pump out, and they're trying to make that money back up. So, hey, you're back. All right, let me keep going on this. And after this is all done and I have exactly what I want, then I just go look, and I don't like the curve here, so I'm going to put one right here. But you got to do the whole thing first. So let me just finish this, and then I'll keep talking. Just a beautiful day out there. There we go. So I need one here and maybe here. Oh, okay. All right. Let's do that one right here for that. So once you pin all this up, sometimes the tension just comes in perfectly. Let's see. I'm going to pull this a little hard. Hopefully, there it is. That makes it all nice and tense. I still do not like this ledge right here because when it dries, even if it's malleable, it dries in a bent. I don't want anything bent. I want it to be flat, and I'm going to learn how to do lingcod like I do halibut. And what I do with the halibut is I skin them in one piece now. I learned off YouTube University. The guys in Alaska, they're real fast. It took me a while. So if you're learning, the thing is just go get a whole bunch of them. You can only have 2 a day where I live, or I can go down to Southern California and go on my buddy's boats. We go across and I get my 5. I have a video of me and my 3 buddies. As soon as my boat got a new glass on it, I had to take it down to Southern California. My buddy's like, hey, let's go try it out at the island. I'm like, fuck yeah. Called up my other buddy. I said, hey, you want to go? And he said, oh, yeah, meet me down there. We all met in the parking lot. Boom, went across. And by noon, we left at 7. By noon, we were back. And we all had 5 halibut. 15 halibut on my little tiny boat. All just slimed up. Plus, we went and got our 10 scallops each. So, that being said, do I have buddies with boats? I got buddies for days with boats. I don't even know why I own a boat. Here's why I own a boat. Because on Wednesday, when Dave's doing his show, now, instead of trying to find my buddy, I can just go, I'll be quiet, I'll let him and Bill, they're smart enough. I'm just the knucklehead that could sit right outside 10 feet away from the plant that just burned up. There's nothing they can do. It's a sanctuary. I'll just be eating popcorn or whatever. Hopefully it's raining so you can actually see the runoff come right into the slough. Those are facts, kids. What has this done to our environment? Nobody knows. Am I going to be the person taking the bullet? No, Dave will. He's popular enough. He lives in Cabo. They're not going to touch him. Are they going to come harass me? I don't think so. Because what would they gain by coming and telling me to leave? Or blocking me from getting there? I don't know. I don't live life paranoid. I don't care. Like, what are you going to do to me? You guys have already gutted the system to anybody that wasn't a Democrat in California. That's not fake news. That's not conspiracy. I'm living proof of it. A lot of you that voted that way and didn't recall him now have lost your home down there because he couldn't even fill up a reservoir for you because he was protecting the smelt. You know what a smelt is? It's the smallest fish. It's disgusting. I'm sure it has some purpose. When do we stop with the bullshit and get back to reality? So that's to you guys out there in TikTok land. You know, I ask you, you want to come on my show? My people, I just ask you guys, listen, if I bring a gay person on here, don't rip into them. I don't care what your beliefs are on the gays. Person has a mouth, we're not going to be able to figure this out. My mom even voted for Kamala. She was like, get out there and rock your vote. I really thought it was just over. I was just, fuck this. Me and my wife we're like, okay, we're Americans, let's watch. We did our voting, and then we went in and we watched it. And we found out 90% of us said no more. Every race came together. Every race said, stop it. This has gone too far. Because we were on the track. China, we even had to fight a war over here, right? They just turned off your phones, turned off your food, right? We're not allowed to get food. Nobody knows how to get it. They banned my videos. Why do you think my videos are suppressed on TikTok? They said it's too violent. Okay. What's too violent? Going out and fishing? And well, mine are violent. Listen, I don't care. Survival of the fittest down there. I'm going to take that food, and any of these federally protected animals want to come get them, I'm not backing down. You can watch them in my videos. I don't back down. I was being gang raped by 2 seals. One in front of me, coming up to me, barking at me. They're not like, they are fast. They got sharp teeth, and you're going to get attacked more by those than anything else. They have no rules. Now, for me, I can stand my ground. You can't shoot them. They're all blubber. You're going to lose a $700 spear, and then the wardens will come get you. Okay? But you can stand your ground. Use the butt of your gun. Use the pokey part of your gun. They're all blubber. but you can't go looking for them and shooting them. You're not even allowed to do this, guaranteed. That's why the wardens used to investigate me all the time. I think I have a truce, but I don't know, because the wardens have to deal with the people enforcing this. And if you guys are too dumb to understand that, Gavin Newsom has a $9.6 million mansion. He makes $250,000 a year. Now, we can argue how he got that money or how he didn't. We can argue how Biden and his family, that he had to give them. For me, you don't have to tell people that they can't be investigated and give them Dr. Fauci. What are we going to learn about that? Because if he lies now, he goes to jail. But if he doesn't lie, he just can't be charged with a crime ever. Those are facts. Go stick another fucking needle in your arm. If that's what you want. I don't care. Wear a mask when you're in your car all by yourself. I look at you and I chuckle. I look at the back, I slow down and I look at the back bumper and it normally says Biden Harris. Or it'll say Harris and whoever the other dude was, Tim the man. Yeah, that would have been my entertainment. I will tell you right now. That would have been my entertainment, watching Tim Harris's wife. Turn the page! We're going to turn the page! Did you see that freak? She came out of nowhere. I'm like, this dude's married to that? Let me see what's happening here. Put a goddamn camera on Tim Walz. I'll follow. Because I don't care about all your bullshit. If you're that dumb where you're just sitting there thinking, turn the page. My mom's turning the page. I'm like, Mom, your son is going to have to move out of California. I'm not going to be your neighbor anymore. If this shenanigans. Turn the page! We got to get past all this. Turn the page. We've turned the page, and 90% of us don't want that book. We don't want that script. And don't worry, we don't care. Some of us do. Some of us are racist. Some aren't. 90% of us don't care. 90% of us. And if you're in this country and you're waving a flag in protest and stomping on our flags and you're illegal, go back to your country. The only reason why you wanted over here is you didn't want to stay in your country because it was that bad and it was that corrupt. Is our corrupt? Sure, there's corruption everywhere. There's racism everywhere. I don't have to explain this to you dummies. But I will say, thank you Americans for doing what you did. Thank you, 90% of you, for being on the right track. And for the other ones, the 10%, or I say 1%, but I'll give you 10. For you guys, I am sorry. This is how we felt for 10 years. I do not believe a kid in junior or in grade school needs to learn about any kind of sexuality, myself as a father. But you also don't have to teach them how to blow anybody either. Let them figure out what they want to be or eat. I don't care. And if they do that, good for you guys. Enjoy yourself, but you don't get to get in the front of the line in front of us and call us old and blah, blah, blah. Or you do. I don't care. Because I'm going to go shoot a fish tomorrow. Probably shoot 2 big lings. I want a whole bunch of leather. I'll be able to feed people. Friends, family. No trading, no bargaining, don't even ask. I'll be able to make fish art that I got kicked out of because I'm too much of a badass in the fish art world. Listen, I was a bully in my day. Because it was either be bullied or get bullied. And my dad wouldn't let me be bullied. I remember he locked me outside. There was a guy in 8th grade and I was in 6th. He had man muscles. A guy that could shave every day and 3 hours later it came back. And that's in 9th grade. I didn't even have pubic hair until I was fucking, I don't know, I was a late bloomer, they called it. Like, Jesus, I think I'm just one of those freaks. My dad turned it up a little bit too much, but he knew what the world was going to be, or maybe he didn't. I don't know. He had to make a man, and he made a man. And I'm proud of him. I wish you could see my success. He died. It is what it is. You're going to die, your parents are going to die, and listen, do not put your parents in a home and have other people take care of your parents just because you can't handle them defecating on themselves and it's sad. It's sad. It's hard, but it's love. It's love. Whew, it's love. That's my Uncle T. I had that special bond with him. He asked me, he's on Brent, this is a weekend. Come on up. I said, what weekend? No, I'm not gonna. I don't want this anymore. His wife died a year earlier. He goes, I don't want to be here anymore. So I go, Jesus, that's kind of fucking risky, but okay. And he died on his own terms. And I'll tell you what, there's all these saints out there. It's called hospice. Too big to rig. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's too big to rig. Hopefully the fishing community will come together. And Dave is, I'll just say, go to Dave. Dave has real people that will tell you, not nonsense, not goofy people that, that's a wrong word to say, because Canadians, that's a different word. So I know we had goofy at Disneyland, but trust me, goofy is not the word to say. So I saw one of my buddies with a post that said that. Just know, in Canada, a goofy is a predator. That's what they look. So if you're, and I don't know why Walt Disney had that as a character. We already had Pluto. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying they went liberal on us, and I know Canadians are silly and stuff like that, but I don't care if you're joking around or not. That's. I know they were cool in the last administration. They ain't cool in my world ever. And I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that as a father, because I wouldn't be here talking to you. I'd be sitting in a cell just having the time of my life, because I have so many memories in this brain. If I got locked down and couldn't do anything else again, well, I could watch my own videos if they gave me, if I was good and they let me just entertain myself. I'd just watch myself and then go to the library or wherever they let you go if you behave yourself inside. They give you extra. Okay? I'm not going to be working out. Sorry, I'm past those days. So, I got all the memories trapped in here. I have buddies that might even go back inside. Good friends. Because they made a mistake. They made a mistake. But they owned up to their mistake. And they said, this is how it is. Because life could trip you up quick, kids. You can go to a party and still be legally able to drive because you had your one beer, but it's a 10% beer, right? So now you're fucking over, you're right at that level because you just didn't have 5 Corona lights or Bud Lights or whatever that you're drinking. And now, you did manslaughter. You're going to get about 3 years. You're going to get 10 years, but 3 years, good behavior, blah, blah, blah. And then you got to get out knowing you killed somebody and took their dad away or their mom away or kids away. So just think about things. And it's easy for me to say that. I'm 54. But if you stop and think, and that's why I'm so nice to the people on the other side, the 10%. One, my mom's one of them. She's gone into a depression. You saw her on every one of my show up until the voting. Even that night, I'm like calling her. I'm like, Mom, you might not want to watch this. Oh, no. We got this. We're going to do this. Okay. And then it happened. And the world, my world, maybe not your world, my world went back to normalcy. My world, if you want to work hard, you have to go to work and do it. You think this career of trying to become famous social media wise is a good career? It's a lot of work. Matt even said when he first got on, he's like, hey, you're back? Sure, I'm back. I gotta perfect this, man. Because when I do a show in the future, I've already gone to all these weirdos on TikToks. And you're not weirdos, sorry. Come on my show once a week, gay man. I told you that. Your shit's dried up. 7 people were watching. You were bragging, and this is to that guy. I don't know if he's watching, but if he is, you were bragging to us because you had critical thinking and we're all dinosaurs and we didn't know what we were talking about. You even did a party because you thought 90% were going to say, the old man's crazy, put him in. No. You've been in a depression, just like my mom. Don't worry, we got you. Because, Mom, you raised me right. And I would never disown anybody. I wouldn't disown them if somebody paid me, like a grandpa. Kids, talking to you. A narcissist would pay his grandkids not to talk to their dad just because their mom can't handle losing. Just saying. It is what it is, kids. You're going to have to deal with that later on in life. Now, listen to the Kool-Aid being drank. Be a liberal way of thinking. It's barbaric. And it's changed. Now, does that mean I'm gloating? Absolutely not. I love my mom. I'm happy, sure. I was going to move out of California. This is my life. This is my world. I can't live in Alaska. I'm not that guy that can live up in the snow right now. My hands are cold and it's 62 degrees out here. I got a heater right here. Pump. Boom. Yeah, it's electric. Electricity is going to go up. Gas is going to go down. Everybody's like, oh, the gas hasn't fallen yet. Yeah, we just had a huge fire, number one. Number two, we live in Dingbat, California, where they're saying by 2035 you can't even have gas cars. And if you collect cars, you Jay Lenos, you can't even have those. They're illegal. That's who you're supporting. He'll have a private jet, don't you worry. He'll have a nice yacht probably. He'll be able to go fishing wherever he wants, MPA or not. Don't be a hypocrite. And be your own selves. I'm an artist. I didn't know I was an artist. This is art, kids. That's art. It's going to take me to the fame. And even if it doesn't, who cares? I'm mentally healthy. Maybe you don't think so because I like to kill things and then give it away to people. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. But I'm good at it. I've done it for 20 plus years. I was trained by the best. To my people that trained me. One of them died last night, a young kid. Well, young dad. I think he's like 38. He might have even been in his 40s. This is where I thought I was a narcissist because I knew his name. And that's the tough part. And I watched him just go have a son, be happy. I don't know if he was married or... I know him and the baby mama fell out, and he was getting the pressure because you still have to make this amount of money. Now you have to go have your own separate life, right? She gets a house, she gets a car, she gets the kids. You're going to have your kids every other Wednesday, okay? Because you were the main breadwinner. And you're going to have them every other weekend. When they're there on the weekends, listen, the best thing you can do, keep your personal life personal. Listen, you just have 48 hours with them, and then you can go right back to being the man whore you want to be or whatever you're going to do. Don't introduce them to weirdos, right? Because the weirdos are fun to bring home, not to your house. Don't ever bring them to your house. Go to a hotel or go to their place. But sometimes their place is really disgusting. Just saying. Just one night stands, don't do them. Or do them. I don't care. Just leave your kids away from that part. And always be there for your kids. Even if their mom and their grandpa are against you. Make you pay for not wanting to be with somebody. Is that narcissism? I believe so. But I was watching the narcissist things because I watch, right? I have to learn about it if I'm going to be called one. I went to a therapist. I said, I'm a narcissist. I need to figure out how to get over this. My beautiful little baby girl, who's a college graduate, called me a narcissist. How do I fix myself? He goes, what are you doing here? So what are you talking about? Because the first thing he said to me was a narcissist would never ask for help. I'm like, well, listen, I'm a dominant male, da-da-da-da. He goes, okay. Psychopath. That might be what you are. That's what my buddy Dan said. I think you're a psychopath. Because he started studying himself, too. Can you start wrapping good for no reason. What's that mean? I don't even know what that means. Sorry. Can you start? Raping, rapping God for no reason. I don't know what that means. I don't know. If you don't want me to talk about Jesus in a bad way, I'm a Christian. I was baptized. Hell, my dad was a pastor that ran off with an organist, if you want to get into it. Who was my mom's best friend. I mean, fuck, what are we talking here? I went to Awanas every Wednesday. Awana stands for Approved Workmen Are Not Ashamed. See, I was brainwashed. But I wasn't brainwashed. Can I go fishing now? Yeah, go fishing. Get out there, go fishing. We don't need. Look at. Go fishing. Catch yourself some fish leather. When you're doing it, do me a favor. Try not to cut it up, and then see what kind of things you can get with it. Myself, I'm going to go with Lingcod Air Force Ones. I'm going to start out. I have a pair of Adidas up there. They're all white, right? I got them for a white party back in the day. A white party is something complete. Everybody wears white. Stop it with your racism. And then it has 3 stripes on it for the Adidas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do fish skin of 3 different fish. The middle one will be lobster leather. We'll definitely have a Lingcod leather on one of them. And then I'll do halibut on the other one. And then the toes, like this part, I want to have beautiful Lingcod leather right there. I think that would be, as the kids call it, fire. And if you think, so anytime I go tickle my taint over there with anything about shoe people in the shoe groups, they go crazy. Because that's one of one. I don't care what you say. It's one of one in their world. That is the greatest thing they've ever seen. Now, the gaping asshole on the back of a lobster might have gone too far. But I always tell them, that's a 12-pound lobster. How do I know that? Because I caught it. Here's your average size asshole. I'll show you. I collect them. So this is a 12-pound lobster right here, and I gaped it. That right there is a gaping, regular, legal lobster. We put it up against there. You can put it all the way in the hole. That's how big that gaping asshole is. So if that's not impressive, I get it. The gaping asshole, a little too far. But can you imagine these on all the laces, right? Drill a hole through them. Put them right here on all the laces. I mean, how exciting is that going to be? So, plus, I am working on a puka shell necklace. Every fish that I kill, I'm taking the ear bones. Okay? If you don't know what a puka shell necklace is, go back to the 70s, 80s. I think they had them in the 90s. Anytime you went to Hawaii, Mexico, they'll sell them on the beach. But those are just shells. These are ear bones from every one of my clients that I killed. Yeah, I called them a client. Does that make me psychotic? I don't know. It's legal. It's not legal to sell it, I don't think. Or maybe it is. I don't know. They're ivory, from what I hear. It's not the ivory trade. You can't get ivory anymore. Oh, look at me getting ivory. And I don't have the same rules as a fisherman. They might take that away from me. I bet they will. Doesn't matter. Damage is done with me. I got 20 years. I got drives on top of drives, disc drives of me killing and just having a time of my life in the ocean. Met so many great people that I want to meet new people. But who am I meeting? I know the people that I know. So it's kind of weird, right? Because I've been under investigation 5 times. For multiple different things. When you have 900 pounds of halibut and you're bragging about it every day, you're going to attract attention of the wrong people, the liberals, the one that thinks that we need to save the ocean, save the seals. How did that work out for you? They're eating all your salmon. Now you guys can't even fish for salmon Because a male seal, a bull seal, 30 to 60 pounds a day of fish. Now they're unprotected. They're everywhere. There's so many that in San Francisco you can't even get to your millionaire yacht, but you still have to pay the fees. Because they're laying on top. Don't hurt them. Don't harass them. They're sleeping. Well, that's what happens when you have that liberal way of thinking. Prove me wrong. Anyway, you all have a great day. Thank you. I will be back in an hour and a half. You know, got to go get my beer. And check out my website. See if there was any orders put in. It's right there. Be one of the first ones. Seawolf13.net. You don't even have to buy anything. What I ask is you guys go there and look at it. If there's something else you would want to see on there, you're gonna see jewelry. I just gotta get the okay from the brass above to see if this is okay. Because if I can't sell, I'm not gonna sell something that's gonna bring down my dynasty. Halibut dynasty, you know, duck dynasty. What do we do? Spearfishing dynasty. Anyway, and pure conception with Brent. That's it, man. Matt, come on back. Thank you for watching. Please share me out. Please go to my website and leave comments. That's it. And, thumbs are cool too. Anyway, you guys have a great day.